Subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and never miss an update from Latestly.
The Finance Minister flattered me by quoting the same couplet from Tirukkural that I had recited in one of my early budget speeches. Maybe she had not been instructed by her staff that this kural has already been used in the budget speeches. She flattered only to deceive. She deceived the people of India, especially the poor, the working class, the migrants, the farmers, the industrial units that had been closed down permanently, and those who had lost their jobs, both regular and informal, and are still looking for jobs. She deceived those who were listening to her speech, especially the members of parliament, who had no clue that she had imposed cesses on a large number of products, including petroleum and diesel. Rupees 2.5 on petrol per litre and rupees 4 on diesel per litre is a cruel blow to the average citizen, including the farmers. It was a vengeful act against the thousands of farmers who took out the longest tractor rally in history. It was also a cruel blow to federalism because the states do not get a share of the revenue from cesses. There are other important matters that the FM did not mention in her speech. For example, she did not mention defense at all, as if the Chinese had vacated occupied Indian territory. She did not mention that defense expenditure in 2021-22 will see no rise. It is flat at rupees 3,47,088 crore, almost the same as the rupees 3,43,822 crore in the current year. The FM gave out a mind-boggling figure of rupees 2,23,846 crore for health, a breathtaking rise from the BE of the current year of rupees 94,452 crore. As I had warned, it was a conjurer's trick. She added the one-time cost of vaccination, rupees 35,000 crore, and, mark this, and the Finance Commission grants amounting to rupees 49,214 crore. She also included the allocations to the Department of Water and Sanitation. Shorn of these add-ons, the allocations for health were rupees 72,934 crore in 2020-21 and rupees 79,602 crore in 21-22. Given inflation, the increase is practically nil. However, on page 10 of the budget at a glance, the two numbers are very different. They are rupees 82,445 crore and rupees 74,602 crore, which means a reduction in expenditure from the level in the current year. What kind of additional health infrastructure can be built with this parsimonious allocation? Hence, on the two non-negotiables that the Congress party had listed on 28th January at the press conference, namely defense expenditure and healthcare expenditure, the government has miserably failed the people of this country. The fiscal numbers show that the fiscal situation is in a mess. The revenue deficit, 7.5%, and the fiscal deficit, 9.5% in the current year, have exceeded every prediction, including the government's prediction. In 2021-22, the government estimates it will borrow about rupees 3.42 lakh crore less, but nobody is willing to believe the government. The borrowing number has been understated by assuming that there will be disinvestment revenues of rupees 1.75 lakh crore. The record of this government on disinvestment is poor. The government has also assumed that tax revenues will increase by 15%, another questionable assumption. The revenue deficit, 5.1%, and fiscal deficit, 6.8% numbers for 21-22 will send alarm signals to the rest of the world, especially the investors and international lenders. Their apprehensions should have been allayed by laying out a credible fiscal correction path year by year until the year when the fiscal deficit will be 3% or less. Nothing of that sort was attempted by the FM. On the contrary, her target was 4.5% by 2025-26. Investors and lenders will bristle. There was a huge expectation that there will be a significant increase in government expenditure to offset sluggish private investment and private consumption. The numbers show the total government expenditure will see a paltry rise from rupees 34,50,000 crore to rupees 34,83,000 crore, an increase of barely 33,000 crore. Let the states know that not 1 rupee out of the many programs that she announced will be spent in this year, that is 21-22. We welcome spending on infrastructure. But at the same time, you must understand that after 8 quarters of a slowdown and 4 quarters of a pandemic year, after 12 quarters, the kind of emphasis you give to infrastructure, equal emphasis should have been given to the poor, the working class, the migrant, the agricultural labor, the daily worker. That is completely missing in this budget. This budget may have had a mind behind it, but there is certainly no heart behind it. See, whatever is required to be spent on the vaccination should be spent. If it will cost eventually more than 35,000 crore, Congress party believes that money must be spent. We have no quarrel with the government footing the bill for vaccination. In fact, our case is that everybody should get the vaccine free. If a very small number wants to buy the vaccine, that's a different matter. But the vast majority, the overwhelming majority of the people of this country must get the vaccine free, is the Congress party's position. My accusation is, you include that one-time expenditure on vaccination and then say my health infrastructure, health expenditure budget is going up. You have to compare apples and apples, oranges and oranges. Similarly, you can't lug in the Finance Commission's grants and then show this number of 2,23,000. Look at page 37 of the Finance Minister's speech. Take out these add-ons and the comparison is what I told you, a very small increase in health expenditure. On the 2 non-negotiables, they have miserably failed the people, defense expenditure and healthcare expenditure. On the 10-point test that we said on 28th of January, they failed on 9 points. Why don't you take the 10 points and see what they have done? They only barely pass on point number 5.